and rambling about crap.
I went into Jay Cozy's stream and I saw that Maddie was up there and I just went, "Hey Maddie, how's my vacuum cleaner working out for you? I hope it's sucking real good, just like you." Ha 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 ha. You know, and it's like people can make of that what they will. He didn't respond to it, obviously.
I had the wrong image in my head for some weird ass reason.
And then just like making other pokes, and people will ask me about it. They'll be like, "Hey, what was that stuff that you were saying that he was kind of making a face every time you would say something?" And I'll explain the story, and they're like, "No way! Yeah. I never thought Maddie would be a person who would do something like that." I'm like, "Oh yeah." He went back on all the promises that we made to each other about how if we ever broke up, we would still remain civil to each other. He completely went back on that, and even after all the bullshit, I was still willing to stick to that promise because I'm a person of my word. But when he went back on that, I was like, so what about all the promises we made to each other about how we were still going to be like friendly and civil to each other even if we broke up? What about all that? I don't give a shit. I didn't want to do it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're a person who goes back on their word? Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah, that sums up somebody I used to be with whose name.
Yeah, then you can actually
this place.
Yeah,
that's how you want to act. Go back on promises. I mean, that shit gets around, dude. Like, it's gonna affect your income at a certain point because part of how the way that he makes income requires people to trust him, to follow through on shit.
Oh.
And the fact that he burned me, it's like. Yeah, he definitely will not follow through on something if he truly doesn't want to.
And it's also the way.
No matter what the responsibility is, no matter if you've already paid him for something and he changes his mind and doesn't want to do it, he'll just give you your money back. Oh. He'll just be like, I just don't feel like doing it. Like, that's the kind of person he is. Super unprofessional, super fly by the seat of your pants. Like, it doesn't surprise me that he's still living in squalor at whatever apartment he's living at, where the little girl doesn't get to have her own bedroom because he lives in her bedroom.
Yeah, it's very immature and irresponsible. Yeah.
Many children, anyway.
He's not a man. It's a boy in a man's body. Like
we need children.
Oh, I know I know someone who is.
Like Pee-wee Herman.
Yeah, Heather, I know. I want to kick him in the nuts.
Who, Heather? Who?
No. You and Jacob told me to avoid.
Oh, does his name start with a W?
Jackass McGee, yeah.
I wouldn't take that guy seriously. He's just a ball of cynicism.
He's got 1,000 subs now.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. We're not talking about the same person. Never mind.
On where? On YouTube?
Maybe we are.
Heather, wait a second. 1,000 subs doesn't mean shit. You can buy them. You can buy 1,000 subs. It's so fucking easy. It doesn't say jack shit.
Okay, are we talking about...
Dingus, yes.
Is that a word for loser?
No. Look what I'm spelling.
I'm kidding. Look. I know.
Yeah, we call him Dingus here.
Okay, I didn't know he had a YouTube. Is it the
Dingus,
same as
Dingus,
his
jackass? Fuck. Yeah.
Is it the same name as his as this name here?
No, he's not on. Well,
shoe ass, yeah.
Although he has, this is the irony here. He did have a account because he was basically spying us one time, and it was called Fight the Right 911, and I was like, that is so contradicting because
I once spied on him in a stream and acted like a dumbass valley girl. Yes, I was that good at doing it.
And that was
former troll people
half of the year ago. So
he doesn't have his YouTube account connected.
No.
But Heather, don't be amazed by people having a lot of subs because people
he did have a previous audience though.
Just give a good hacker some money. You have 10,000 subs tomorrow on YouTube.
And plus, Heather, I got 208 subs. I'm way more happier with a freaking underground show like this. The hell if I ever want 40 people in here. I mean, maybe
I want to be
Because-
underground, actually.
way down the line.
I want to be
It becomes a
underground,
different.
you know?
It becomes a different game when you start gaining more and more followers because you can regard people less and less like individuals and more like
Oh,
people you're
he
passing
always
through.
was like that anyway.
Oh no, I'm talking to Morgan. I wasn't talking
Oh,
about
okay.
anybody else. I was just
I
talking to
mean-
Morgan one-on-one, like in general.
Trust me, I ever get a big enough fan base, I'm still treating y'all like individuals and crap.
And then people who are like impatient for you to give them individual attention, those people will just get weeded out naturally. And that's why things stay small anyway, because of the type of people we are and what we want.
I was almost stuck in a delusional ass state with someone, and Art knows this, and I snapped out of it.
Yeah, literally.
So, yeah.
It happens. I've been brainwashed.
Yeah,
by a
also
previous
due
lover.
to the fact that it was a person that was similar as an ex-girlfriend that I had, and yeah, you don't want to be around that kind of people.
Well, yeah, I heard.
Yeah, and hell, I came out of it. I'm happier now. I'm literally with a freaking girl I love. to
I'm
death.
sorry,
Yeah.
Morgan. It's really hard to concentrate on what you're saying while your hair is like phasing through your breast.
Yeah, I know. My freaking jugs are bigger than my damn hair. I'm
Why
aware.
does the hair phase through your body cavity?
I haven't figured out the hair physics. Leave me alone. Unless tomorrow after my shift, I want to sit here and mess with hair physics for a solid 2 hours. But
dude, even
yeah.
the experts have difficulties with hair physics. They had to invent like a whole new program for hair physics for like one of the Pixar movies.
yo,
Because the
actually,
existing software wasn't good enough. Zootopia. That's the one they had to do it for. They
I
had to do it for
might as
Zootopia.
well show you what I'm kind of talking about, Ira. I gotta boot up my program.
No, I mean you can if you want, but I'm just picking on you, man. Hair physics.
No, I
is
do
freaking.
I do because you gave me an idea for content.
Oh. Have you guys
better.
seen the video where the chick is like, guys, can you tell me something? Why do boys think this is sexy? Have you guys seen that one?
No.
I don't think I have yet, but
You look like a housefly. Don't do it.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
hold up, literally
Wow.
there because they finally simplified VRoid Studio so I could use it more. And where the hell's my freaking avatar?
Where is it?
Oh, there it is. But yeah, literally, you go to hair physics you go to this, and no joke, half of these are freaking prototypes and crap I had to screw with for hair balancing crap hours on end.
I don't know what kind of commands you can give in the program. You would have to tell it to avoid
No, you gotta go like
clothing and body. Like you
no, you gotta go like
bounce
freaking
off.
hairstyle.
Hey, Morgan, maybe I
You
have
have
an
to
idea.
show where it can move.
Hey,
I
Morgan,
get it.
Morgan, I have an idea. Make her boobs smaller. Maybe that works.
Well, no, he just has to bring the netting out in
I
front of
know,
the
I'm
boob area,
kidding.
and he has to bring it.
Kidding.
Like he has to cut.
No, what I'm really
You have
planning
to
is
do it
right.
around the arms and the shoulders, like make it go around, and then around the boobs and around the back.
Make her chest concave. Maybe that works.
I mean, I actually hold up.
Dude, there was this episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Master Chick was getting a bunch of plastic surgery, and he, like, Meatwad was poking fun at him, like his insecurities, like he was really playing into his insecurities, and he's like, "You gotta get yourself a chin, boy," and then he's like, "You got nothing in your ass. Your ass is concave. I'll get
And
myself
yes,
a little
for a
shelter down
program
here."
out of Japan, you can do this.
Of course. You can.
I'm thinking of getting either a garment rack or a drying rack.
Por qué?
Also,
What kind of rack?
Sort of.
Por qué?
A drying rack
Why?
for clothes.
What's for?
I know.
No, I mean, like what
Talking
need
about
is it
racks?
going to fill
Yeah,
that you
for
currently are?
clothes, to dry clothes.
So where do you currently dry your clothes?
The dryer.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I am just saying, And also to save energy bills if we have to, or if the grid goes down. That's what I want.
Oh.
We are kind of the apocalypse.
I like the ones that actually are like a windmill from above, like the big.
Oh, that's like
my great grandparents had like several, but I don't know where they're gone. They might have been.
Yeah, one of those presses, the rolling press.
Oh shit! Its eyes gone.
Between those things, and
there's ones that fold up, and it has the diamond on the side shape. That's what they had, and we would hang our bathing suits to dry in the summertime.
Okay, so he's got it going around the boobs now, but how do you get it to avoid the arms? It's still going to cut through the arms.
No, I'm trying to make it avoid the freaking chest right now.
Oh, yeah.
Most of this is literally painstakingly moving every single point, and
Uh-huh.
I taught myself this.
Well, Morgan, next time make a puppet. Maybe that is quicker.
God, no, I'm not. You and Nate do that. I have this crap.
Are you talking about Puppet Master?
Yeah.
He actually, I think he sold one of his puppets.
Wait a minute. Did you just make it shorter?
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of planning on that because the one I got right now is sort of another test version. Like, no joke. I have a whole page on Vroid Hub, and it's a lot of prototypes.
What's that? Wait, what did you just hold up?
Nah, his eye is missing, so I have to give him a new
no!
And there we go.
I'm blind.
Eye transplant.
Yeah.
Now I got to do that like freaking 4 more times.
I mean, this is not like black; it's like brownish. So I have to replace both. Probably.
What's wrong with dark brown eyes, huh? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Got a problem with dark brown eyes? I know they're the color of poop.
I like light brown ones.
I have dark brown eyes. So.
Thanks, Heather.
Mine are freaking brown and
mine are.
Oh, a guy.
I was screwing with you.
I know.
Absolutely.
Nathan. Actually, oh frick, who else just showed?
Let's see if that is.
Somebody keep an eye on
you
the
don't see it even
chat.
if it's one is brown and one isn't.
Hi, Nathan. I don't see people until their chat shows up on my screen, and it must have shown up on yours first.
Oh, mine is always very late. Some people say hello to people, and it pops up almost after like 30 seconds for me.
Thanks for inviting your fam.
Okay, then Heather, keep an eye out. We're both in the East Coast, so it'll be
the
same speed.
I mean, it's also about like which server she's on. Might not be on the same one as you. I don't know.
I mean, Heather and I are both on the East Coast, so it should sync up.
Chances are better.
It should be connected around the New York one.
Yeah. I tend to find that the people who are physically closer to the streamer tend to get the messages pop up on their screen first. Yeah. In general. En general. So, Nathan, in case you were wondering what Morgan is in the middle of doing right now, I was making comments like I do, criticizing the fact that the hair on his avatar
I need an
seems
excuse to work on
phase
this. So.
through his body cavity, and it took me out of the realism. So I made comments, and that prompted him to then come open up this program to start making adjustments, which is a painstaking process, but that is what you are currently witnessing.
They made it way easier.
I don't know because what art is just.
This is now a more stable version of Vroid than a version I tried using before, which I couldn't get my head around for crap.
And Art's frog in a robe is just kind of looking around. Or what is that? Is that a robe? Whoa, he's got hands.
He's got horns, yes.
The frog has a hand with seriously though, frogs will put anything in their mouth that will fit in there. Like if a little kid ever asks, like, what do frogs eat? Easy. Anything that will fit in their mouth, whether it be plant or animal. Dude, I don't
There's
know
a
if I
breed
ever
of
told you.
frog. They eat mice.
Absolutely. If they're big enough,
Pit.
like whatever the size of
Pac-Man,
the frog
the
is.
Pac-Man frog.
Yeah. Yeah, or African bullfrogs. Those they're like the size of a basketball.
Pac-Man
You know,
frog. I know
we'll eat a
Pac-Man
bird,
frog.
a mouse, easy.
The Pac-Man frog.
And when their eyes, when they're pushing their eyes down into their body cavity, that helps push their food down into their stomach. Like that's how they swallow. I think it's really neat.
Neat.
They make the funniest noises.
Ribbit.
And they're unpredictable. I was making a delivery once to a semi-rural area, and I was going down the side road that's like near a dried-up creek.
They are
and
very unpredictable.
There was a fuck you.
I'm working out something.
There was a frog or toad or whatever it was in the middle of the road, or the middle of the lane, I guess. And it was like that big around. This is pretty sizable. And I was like, oh, he's going to get smushed. I don't want him to get smushed. So I pulled over and I walked to the middle of the lane.
We see some around here that are this little.
And I went up to him, like stomping my feet, like hoping that would scare him. He didn't budge.
Vanessa says hi, everybody.
Oh, hi.
So I started taking my foot. And
hi.
No, she's I'm on Discord with her.
Oh, okay.
With my foot, like this. He still didn't budge. So I'm like, I kind of kicked him a little bit harder, and I'm like, hey, get up, move out of the road. And then he like slowly lifted his legs, and then he started jumping. I had to put some force into that to get him to move. He really didn't want to move. I didn't want him to get squished. Heather, give us another.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm playing this while I'm working on it.
I saw a video of a guy, not parasailing, what's it called? Like, whatever, gliding with a selfie stick. A vulture landed on the selfie stick and hung out with them for a minute, gliding through the air, and then he let go and flew away.
He was in Costa Rica.
You saw that one?
What a grab.
He's the one that got himself stung a lot for research. Oh, they're cute.
You know how to tell the difference between cat tracks and dog tracks, right?
Oh, yeah. We have a cat.
Oh. No. I'm asking, like, everyone. You guys know how to tell the difference between dog tracks and cat tracks?
We do our best to get animals up.
Cat tracks don't show claws.
However,
they don't.
There are many animals that have
because oftentimes they're retract.
Oh yeah, of course.
In Costa Rica, the smoky jungle
dogs can't retract their claws. Yeah, it's that simple.
That's what happened last. Every time the smoky jungle frog outs me. While visiting the Caribbean coast, we spent time exploring the dense rainforests of Costa Rican amphibian research. This location was a prime habitat.
Actually, Costa Rica is not a bad place to visit.
Long night, battling rainstorms, and
I would like to see there.
Looks like we have a jungle frog.
I'd be so uncomfortable.
Bad and bleak. Now, of course, I understand the humidity, but where we live, it's pretty humid here, so it's probably close to what it's.
I can't deal with bugs and humidity and like.
Oh, I understand. I feel you, but
yeah.
I at least have some expectancy of what it's like. I guess I could adapt to it a little bit. But I'm not gonna like live there or anything. Plus, there's probably nice diving areas because my mom loves to dive.
Catching smoky jungle frogs.
And same with her dad.
I faced in quite some time here in Costa Rica. But do not fear, I will catch one.
I was afraid he wasn't going to catch one.
Crikey, I'm going to catch one, goddammit.
Oh, man.
Do not fear. Okay, I wasn't.
Yeah, but I was around for it.
While he was there, he also stung himself with a bullet ant.
Why? For science.
Well, to no, get an expression of what the pain level is.
straight up
Mm-hmm.
and out on the embankment.
And he always has an EpiPen in case.
No.
That's responsible.
Yeah, there he is. He's right behind Elise.
Oh, I see it. What is amazing is how they're, of all the researchers, if they can zero in on the right opportunity, they can find something.
Don't smush him. That's the thing I'm always afraid of.
Oh, you know what? My mom is the same way. We see
I'm like,
plates like this small around
I
here.
I would rather let them get away than possibly close my hand around one and smush it by accident.
Unbelievably slippery. All right, I'm coming back.
Oh, it's facing
Although
us
I'm
now.
wondering if it's thinking, don't eat me.
Yeah, of course it is. It is seriously stressed right now.
We need to get out of this pond and into a
But he'll get over it.
Oh, what a slimy beast. Wow. Okay,
I would not want that. Now, I'm
enough onto the trail.
kind of a germaphobe. I wouldn't want to touch it.
In frog mucus.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
All right.
Wow, what a catch.
Nice grab, man.
Finally. Yeah.
And of course, you do have to wash your hands afterward
What
because
are you going to do with it? Why are you taking him away?
maybe for better lighting.
It sounds like a cat.
It does.
The famous sound that they make.
What the hell was that?
Wow.
He's like, eat me or let me go, bitch.
I hear you.
I am
They're
stressed.
famous for making that loud croaking.
Yeah, because he's scared as shit.
You came in here and you grabbed a hold of
I
this
mean,
frog
he's
and you did
beautiful,
that.
but let him go.
It would be startling.
Okay,
scared.
enough. Let him go.
Now I'm gonna talk about.
You don't have to hold on to him while you're telling us
Look at
about
that
him.
frog doing going, meh, meh.
Defense is you see all this mucus that is
What
coming
is-
off of the frog's
wow.
body. That is slightly toxic and it is actually burning.
Of course, what isn't toxic in jungles?
You can see it looks like foam. Now that mucus not only keeps the frog moist,
Go.
but it also deters any potential predators. I know, I hear you, little buddy. Now I'm not hurting the frog in any way whatsoever. You see, it's puffing up.
I
his
know you're
frog.
not hurting
He's like
him,
a
but you're
balloon right now.
well, you're stressing him out. To me,
He's not
that's-
comfortable. He's
Yeah.
not comfortable. You know,
Yeah,
you're not
maybe you're
hurting
not
him. But
physically like
So
stabbing him
watch
with a
this
knife.
response.
He is stressed.
He asked him a question, and then he said,
Oh, I'm so excited we caught this frog. Now,
He's
they are
very
incredibly
stressed.
Strong. These back legs are solid muscle. Now, Mark, look at this frog's toes. What is it missing?
Webbing?
That's right, because
Nails?
this is a terrestrial species. Now, they're oftentimes living in
Wait, what did he
burrows,
say?
that
Terrestrial
is
species.
escaping
No,
into
it's missing
all
what?
that
Webbing?
underneath root cavities.
yeah,
But
between
this
the
one is right
the
on the
fins.
edge of the
Between
I
the,
just didn't hear what he said. I'm surmising he said webbing.
it is a bit
Yeah.
low.
No wonder. Look at how big it is. Wow. You are just a beast.
You know, at this point,
Let
I
him
don't
do
mind.
All amphibians have
Ira, at
toxins
this
in
point,
their
I don't
skin.
mind
I
him
know
being
many
eaten by a
amphibians on this
crocodile.
trip to Costa Rica.
Let him fucking go, man. You've been holding
Yeah.
on to him for too
Burning it.
long.
All of that foam in all
Way
the little
too long.
He
small
just wants to
fingers,
show
it's
them all.
really, really bad right now, so
I get
won't be able to
that,
hold
but
on to
like,
Yeah,
for too
we
long.
can
get a
also
nice
put him
shot.
down.
Get a
Amazing
nice shot,
coloration.
show
Now,
off the
you
toes,
can
all
see how
that
this
stuff,
frog
and then
looks
say all the
just
things you
like
want to
the
say in a
Okay.
voiceover
If it was kinda
after
down
the
here
fact.
on the
Yeah.
ground,
Like, don't do your whole
just
spiel
hiding
while
under
you're
Take
holding
take
on.
a couple of you
Now,
need
during
take
the
a
day,
couple
they
of
would do
shots
that.
where you're
Just
holding in
stay
different
hidden on the
position,
forest floor.
and then
I
put a
gotta
circle
find the boy
around the
that
area.
one.
Yeah, make
Beautiful.
the shots last for 60 seconds or something. Get all the shots you need to, and then draw it out with editing and voiceover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still holding him.
No, escape! Escape! Ah!
I'm Ew. Ugh.
You deserve that!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hope you got a good shower.
I hope at this
laundry.
point a crocodile appears and bites him in his ass. You know, let's see how he feels about that. Oh, you're gonna put water over him, like really?
He's trying to clean off the mud.
The beautiful
Yeah, really?
camouflage of this frog's face. They're absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like
We already saw it, dude.
There we go.
Okay, this is the bullet ant one.
Amber and gold. Beautiful.
You know what? He might be enjoying that water.
Now,
All right.
I don't know. Let's
doesn't-
see if we hold him by his legs and pour water over that guy. Let's see how he feels about it.
I'm just saying
Well,
he looks a
he's
little
trying to
less
keep him
stressed.
moist and
The
everything.
male's forearms get significantly bigger, and one of their
He looks a
defense
little less
postures,
stressed now. I think
to defend
he's
their territory
figured
is
out that
very
this thing
Well,
isn't going to
They
eat
will
him,
puff up their bodies,
but
push
he's
their
still
arms
not
out like
comfortable.
big
He's like,
bodybuilders,
"You're
and they
impeding my
push
freedom of
their
movement, man. What the
territories
hell,
by
man?"
suppressing males.
Well,
Now, here's
often
something
some
that's really
animals will
interesting
actually
about
play
the
dead
these frogs.
in the hope
Now,
that
they
you
lay
release
their
them.
nest in like a giant
Possums.
clump of foam.
Yeah.
As the tadpoles
Oh,
are
that's what he's
developing,
doing, hoping
once
that,
they
oh,
become quicker
I'm
and
dead.
eating
The
smaller
pygmy
species,
snake
innocent
by
Or maybe the frog, at this point, the frog is already dead and it's a heart attack because he's
Oh man,
so,
what a catch.
you know?
And a second catch diving right there into the mud.
Can you show us the legs?
Okay, now will you let him go?
What I can do here.
No, well, let's see. Oh, we can.
Yeah. I want to lose the frog. He's
Yeah,
very
he
slippery
really
now.
wants to go, that
The
frog.
secreting makes him even more slippery. That's about as far as
I hope he
can show
poops on you.
Cool.
Does that help?
Yeah. It really looks like
I hope he sprays venom in
Why are you
his
showing us his ass?
I was gonna touch his ass.
Okay.
You know, at this point, I hope somebody will come and do that to him. Let's touch this guy's ass and pour water
Well,
over him and hold him for the.
Let's just
tendiness.
hold this guy by his
Well, don't worry,
waist
the bullet
and
ant
hold him
video
in
I
half
have in the
and
comments.
just dangle him there,
Weird
fold
ass
it in
screaming
half while we
frog or
talk
something.
about his overgrown nose hairs and
Yeah.
like I
And
don't
his
know
stupid
what
head.
other
And pour
thing.
water over him.
Yeah.
And then
Vintage
actually
Star Wars
touch his
shirt.
bum.
Let him
I
go.
think he's ready to go. We're gonna stop
Yes!
right here, and he's
You
gonna
done
Ready to
been
go.
ready.
He was ready like 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
He was
yes.
ready 40 years
Be
ago.
free.
That was awesome.
Well, he had to wander in the jungle for 40 years because
All right,
he worshiped
Morgan, the
false
bullet
idols.
Go
ant.
back and watch the time.
I got her. I got the damn
Oh
ant
my
hole.
gosh.
Wait, do you guys get that reference about the 40 years? Because the false idols? No, that's only in the Torah. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
No, the four,
wait.
yeah, the 4 years
I
in the
get
desert.
it.
Macro shots, and I am.
The Jews were forced to wander for 40 years in the desert because they
Oh yeah.
served false
I-
And
idols.
that is a
Dead
long
ass
time to
kingdom.
be in the desert.
I think I'm gonna be fine, but
They were never allowed to settle down.
What?
the heart
Have a
rate is
home.
going today.
Well, they were on their way to get to their home.
Yeah, they were on their way to the land of milk and honey, but God would not allow that generation of people
Like
to
ladies.
settle.
So where am I all the time?
Oh, it's stuck in my arm! It's stuck in my arm!
Hey,
What?
you just gave us a peek up her panties.
Yeah. I did not actually.
Dude,
think about
those
fucking
are
that.
cute. They're like leopard print, pink and black or something.
I know. I
just
put too much detail into them. Don't
No, you
ask why.
didn't. I love that you put that much
Freaking
detail,
hell.
and it's not just.
Well,
plain.
also the reason that part of the 40 years, actually the number 40 is very symbolic.
Has been shot with a gun. They say this creature is not
okay.
Along with the number 7 and the rule and 3.
Hospital.
Okay. I was just making a joke in passing.
But it is. It's really interesting symbology.
Gotcha.
Over the course of the
Yeah.
past year, I have taken
There were
the
people
challenge
that were
of
reacting to
myself.
this and they were thinking, wait a minute, you will go to a place where you can party and have a good time and you go there to get stung? Well, no. Okay.
That Hales is having the most toxic
But hey,
insect venom in the
Some
world.
people are
Took
just
around
built
60
different.
stings and walked away. Mostly
Yeah, he got bit by it.
they're all over my hands now. Look at that.
I've been bit by a regular ant,
I buried my hands
and
into
it's
a
irritating,
fire.
but nothing as bad as fire ants.
Pain was like
I knew
sticking
Chris
a
got
nail
bitten by
into
tons
a
of them.
flame of fire.
One time my dog accidentally stepped in one. He was a Boston Terrier, and he was
Regrets, as
he
my
was
hands were swollen from
squealing.
blood and
That poor
permanently
thing.
scarred.
Because it
To this day,
throbs. It
one would think I had
throbs
gone far
afterward.
enough.
And if you have too much poison, yeah, it can bother you. Oh man, I've seen those around
Stinger
here.
in the world, it sent me
Cow
into
killers.
agonizing pain for nearly 30 minutes.
You can see it just.
Wait. Is he getting?
Yeah,
he
he does
doing
it
this
on
as a
purpose.
stunt?
Yeah, he does it on purpose to show off. Look at me.
my God, you can see how crooked my bottom teeth are. I'm just like.
Oh, well, that's not
Wait a
crooked.
minute.
Look
Heather.
at
What?
no, that's not crooked.
Is he doing this as a stunt?
Man, look at
No, he's done this stuff.
Ira. Look
Well,
at the general English public.
we gotta play this in case.
Have you seen people from the UK? They have really.
Okay, they parodied this.
Accordingly, MTV and the producers must insist that no one
This is a parody.
attempt to
Yeah,
recreate
that's
or
not
reenact
correct.
any stunt or
I
activity
had a
performed on
feeling.
the show.
One?
I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah, just one.
I have two. But I'm 47.
Well, I'm 36.
Well, when did you get your first one? I was 25 when I had my first
I don't know. It's years old, man. It's been there for a while.
25.
Actually, the first time they filmed it, they did that with that white stuff when that white stuff was new.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it never felt right to me. So I went back and had them re-drill it and put in the metal. I was like, I don't care if it
now back
looks
to the stunt.
weird because it's a molar.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna see it? You know.
nobody.
It felt appropriate to play that intro after.
I'm sorry, Morgan. You're kind of talking
My
through the whole
next
thing.
challenge was the tarantula hawk.
That's what
Art,
we always.
Tarantula Hawk.
We were having a side conversation.
That's what we always do. Go go.
I know.
Dang, what big that stinger is.
Okay,
I know.
what? A little bit.
What if you accidentally land the thing on one of its wings? Like, ah!
He's just
The pain was so
Oh, so he actually will be like the same as that Australian guy that died.
Okay, don't go. Do not bash Steve Irwin, okay? He was doing what he loved. And his children are continuing to generate that
I
path.
know,
black beady eyes.
but it's still.
Alien-looking creature amongst all
If you
other
search
animals.
for dangerous animals, eventually there's a chance it goes wrong.
But before I could go flesh to stinger.
Well, what happened was a freak accident. Getting a shot in the heart by a stingray.
Yep. Well,
Mama
that's
was
another
devastated to hear that.
Challenge day.
Well, then again, everybody
I'm pretty
was.
excited about this. As long
The
as
whole
you can find a
world.
bullet ant, I'm gonna get stung by one. So guys, keep your eyes
He was
peeled.
looking
Well, he's
Good,
looking
but
for it.
good
So
guy.
Really little.
I don't feel
Probably
sorry
about
for
this
those
big.
guys.
So
They are looking for
let's head down here to
danger.
the
So
rainforest,
if
see
they
if we can
die,
find
it's
one.
their own fault. Sorry.
I disagree. He wasn't looking for danger. He was looking to educate, and he was willing to put himself in harm's way as a sacrifice to spread messages.
About
I know,
conservation.
but it was.
Conservation. Yeah.
Well, if
And
you
it's
don't
like
go,
What you're doing
Ira,
is victim blaming, Art. So
no. If you go to wild animals, there's always a chance. So sorry.
I hear ya, but to say that it was his own fault, no, I disagree.
Yeah.
That's victim blaming. No. That's like saying
Well,
by you getting killed in a car crash, it's your fault that you got into a car and went on the road that day.
Yeah.
No.
If I crash my car with my car and then I purposely drive somewhere when it's dangerous to drive, then it's my own
It's
fucking
dangerous
fault.
to drive anywhere.
No, but over here.
The goal was to find a creature no longer than
Okay, I can
It's
see we're not
really
on a level on
quiet
this
over
one.
here. It's a difference from driving in a country or driving in a big city.
And finally,
The chances
To
are
victim
high.
blame somebody who's a risk taker to say that it's their own fault that they died because of the risk they took, that's ridiculous. It's like, yeah,
No, you
what
take a
happened to
risk.
them.
You're already saying it yourself. You take a risk, so there's a chance.
Right,
Very
but
simple.
it's
It's not
actually
victim blaming. No, it isn't. If you stay inside your house, let everything be ordered to in, you never go outside, nothing's gonna happen. If you
what
go
kind of life is
outside,
that?
if you go
It's
to
not
an area
living.
where it's dangerous,
Hey, Parazi,
animals,
how are
wild
you?
animals,
Dude, people are risk takers whenever they drive or fly. I know. I don't think Art and I
But you're
see eye
gonna
to eye on this one.
compare
because it's
cars
inherently
with
the way
wild
the way
animals.
we
You're
look at
gonna
risk
compare
taking.
cars with wild
Risk
animals.
taking is a
It's
part
not
of
the
life.
same. It's not the same.
getting hurt or
if you
getting
walk
killed is a
outside,
natural
it says
consequence
dangerous
to a risk.
approaching a lion. No, that's not the same. It's not the same, Ira.
Well, there are people that have to deal with
He wasn't going
around
after. I don't think you understand what exactly happened. He wasn't chasing after a stingray.
Oh my God, chill, y'all. Take you in the parking
But
lot.
We have definitely found a bullet in nest.
He was also in other areas, often being close to crocodiles and everything.
This just went from
So
dangerous to extremely
Yeah,
really close.
Take you to the parking lot with the
Activating
fucking katanas.
Queensland, Australia. That's one of the most dangerous areas as far as venomous creatures and dangerous animals in Australia. So he was born for it.
But he's going to those
there
areas.
there are people in this world who take those kinds of risks so that we don't have to.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is
So
always
much respect to those people, and I would never say something as inflammatory as it's his fault or he's partly to blame because he put himself in danger. I would never.
You know what? There are people.
That's all you, Art. I disagree.
Well, you
wholeheartedly.
disagree.
When
So,
James
but
Foley-
it's different as driving a car.
James Foley
Way
later
different.
on
That's like
Your
comparing.
ideology is
No, the comparison is wrong. You know it. You know it.
no, it's not. That's
It
the
is.
point. Is that it's
Walking
not.
outside. Oh, it's as dangerous as approaching a lion. Yeah, that's not
Absolutely.
No.
Let's take the ant down here.
You're still missing my point, though, is that without the risk takers in the world, we wouldn't have progress, and we wouldn't be able to learn the things that we do, like all the things that we know now.
Yeah, but if you
about
go
all the
sailing to
different-
another
Wait a
country.
minute, can I finish what I was trying to say?
Yeah, okay.
All the things that we now know about all the animals that he worked with and everything like that, we wouldn't know all that stuff had he not taken those risks.
Yeah.
So risk taking is actually an important part of what
I'm
goes
not
on in
saying
this
that,
life and this
I'm
world.
not saying it's not important. Did you
And
hear me say
say
it's
that
not
it's-
important?
Well,
No.
like it's victim blaming, dude.
No.
Victim blaming.
You're
if somebody
now
goes skydiving,
Ira, you're now
if
trying
somebody-
to be
wait a minute,
right
let me think of a
by
different-
saying that I didn't find it important. I do
Let me-
find it important.
let me think of a different
So
comparison.
you're now labeling
If-
me that I found
if-
it not important. And that's
if
not
somebody-
true. So you're
if someone went,
thinking
if
that
someone
I
went-
have a certain assumption now that I didn't talk about, but you're assuming that I
I'm not assuming anything. I'm going off what you're saying.
You were
If somebody goes
assuming.
skydiving,
You were
if somebody goes
assuming,
skydiving,
Ira.
if
You
somebody
were
goes
assuming-
skydiving, if somebody goes skydiving and their parachute doesn't open and they die because their parachute didn't open,
You were
is it their fault?
assuming that you were assuming that I
Answer
didn't
the
find it
question.
important.
Answer the question. Yes or
No,
no?
you were assuming that I didn't find it important. You said it.
So if someone goes
you're
skydiving,
assuming.
I'm asking you a question.
That's the question.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm asking
You
you. if someone
were.
goes
You
skydiving-
did just now. You did.
I'm asking you. He's not answering the question because he knows you're right. If someone goes skydiving and their parachute doesn't open and they die as a result, is it their fault that they took that risk and that they're now dead? Because that is what you're saying about him.
If you can't also don't go skydiving, then you wouldn't have died. Very simple.
All right.
If you
Yeah,
take
and
a
what I'm
risk,
saying is
there's
you're wrong.
always a
That's a
chance that
fucked
you
up-
can
that's a
die.
fucked
If
up
you
victim blaming
take
kind
a
of
risk,
ideology.
if you take a risk like that, like skydiving, that is exceptional because not everybody does a skydive. There's always a risk that you can die.
Right, but
There's
what
a
you're
risk with a
saying,
woman having a child.
what you're saying is it's that person's fault for being dead because they took a risk to have fun and go skydiving.
That's one of
And
the
I think that's
consequences.
fucked up,
That's one of
bullshit,
the
victim blaming type of
consequences.
thinking. And you
No,
will never
Farazi,
change my
One of the
mind.
In
consequences.
Discord with my girlfriend.
You take a risk and then you have to deal with the consequences. It's very
Dealing
simple.
with the consequences means getting injured or dying. That doesn't mean that people have to talk shit about them after they've already suffered the consequence, which is what you're doing, which
I
is
didn't
called
talk shit about
victim
it.
blaming.
I didn't
Art,
talk shit about him.
seriously, look up victim blaming.
I
Please look up
didn't talk
victim
shit
blaming.
about him.
No, it's my
Please.
Oh,
phone,
I've read
so he's
about
gonna
it.
know.
No, I'm asking Art to
go
read
to
up
some
on it.
degrees, and I'm like, okay, what is
Do
really...
some reading up on victim blaming. Please educate yourself a little bit. You
Yeah,
are
educate
100%
yourself.
off on this one. You're
Yeah,
off.
You were
No,
also
you're
off.
off on this one. No, I'm not.
You were.
I
on a
know what I'm
couple of
talking
times.
about, and you don't.
Control.
Now you were labeling me also, Ira.
Well, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why I'm asking you to educate yourself on the subject.
And it's not victim blaming.
I'm lightheaded.
It is. That's why I'm
No.
asking you to read up on the subject so that you understand what it is that you're saying and what message it is that you're putting out there.
And I think at this point the ant has calmed down.
You're
all
telling
the-
us, no,
all the
that's
three
not what
people
I'm
watching.
saying, but it is what you're saying. Like,
And I was not bitten. I was
So
not
putting
stung.
putting an ant on your arm and letting him your bite
Pick up the
is
ant, place it
there's a
onto
chance
my
you could have a
forearm,
severe side effect.
and I'm going to take a sting.
It's
Well,
not
that's
a-
what the
This guy?
EpiPen is for.
we're not talking about this guy. Don't change the subject. We were
No, I
talking
was-
about how you
I
were
was
speaking about
comparing
Steve
this
Irwin.
guy with
We
that
were
other
talking
guy.
about how you
I
were
was
speaking about Steve
comparing.
Irwin.
I
That's what
was
this was about. Not
comparing.
about this guy. Had nothing to do with this guy.
Yes, it was because I was comparing
No.
him with the other guy. If you paid attention,
You were talking about Steve Irwin, it being his
I
fault
was
that he got
comparing
stabbed in the
Steve
heart by a.
Irwin with this
Well,
guy.
if you go and swim with stingrays, you're taking
No,
a
I
risk.
didn't say that. I didn't say it. Now you're
Look
labeling
back
me.
on your guest
You're
moment.
labeling me and gaslighting. Sorry, Ira.
Look back on your guest moment.
Visibility on the abdomen.
I can look back and I was comparing this guy with him.
Glass capsule is right here in frame. Forearm
And
on
I
the
was
table.
pointing out that guy also took a risk.
Peterson, and I'm about to
And if you
on
take a risk,
But
in
you
a
said it
certain
was
way,
his fault. I
Then
don't think
it's
you
your-
heard yourself. I
yeah.
don't think you heard yourself.
Then it's his fault. If you take a risk, it's your fault because you took the
No,
risk.
that's called victim blaming. Dude, you're. Ugh. Okay, so if a child sneaks out of the house and goes to a party and they get raped, is it their fault they got raped?
No, because that's
I
completely
think the
something
separation
different.
we have to make
That
is
is completely
the
something
person
different.
deserve what they
The
got,
child was not aware that could happen. The child was not aware.
or was
that
it just a
could
consequence,
happen.
like a happening?
I disagree.
No, it's
I
something
think that's where we're-
completely different.
I think it's more.
Those guys fully are aware there is a chance something can go wrong and they could die. Comparing that to a baby that sneaks out of the house and
I
then
would
gets
dare you
raped
to
is
say that
something
to Terry's
completely
face.
different. That's
I would dare you
something
to say to Terry's
completely
face it was Steve's fault that he got killed because he did risky things working with animals. I dare you to say that to her face.
He took a chance, and if you take a chance like that, there's always a chance you
And
could
I
die.
dare you to say that to Terry Irwin's face and see what happens. It's fucked up. You're fucked up, Art. Can we change the subject? Jesus Christ.
Well,
Yeah,
you
because this
made it
now
a
is
subject.
Fucked up of you.
You
I have
made
a
it a
completely
subject,
different
Ira.
view of you now. That's so fucked up. Ugh.
You
Like,
made it a
Ghiblis.
problem and made it a subject.
I didn't make it a problem. You
Yes,
just
you
don't
did.
know what you're talking about, and you don't realize how problematic it is. You don't realize how problematic you're being. I didn't make a problem. I'm
Yes,
trying
you
to bring
did.
it to light so that you can maybe educate yourself a little bit and not say such inflammatory things and try to back it up with illogical reasoning.
Well, that's what also you did. You also illogical reasoning part of your
No, I
reasoning.
didn't. No,
Oh,
I
yes.
didn't. I know what I'm talking about.
Watch it back. Please watch this back. Watch
I
how...
asked you to watch it back, man. I don't think you heard yourself.
I will watch it back and I will see that you made statements that were unnecessary to prove your point.
Your whole ideology is that risk takers are to blame for their own demise in general. And that's victim blaming in general. And that's a fucked up ideology.
Well, then
Period.
it is a fucked up ideology.
Yes,
but
so
it's just my
period. There's nothing more to say about it. So go educate yourself a little if you want to be less of a prick. Jeez.
I think the difference
Who's really
is.
prick here, actually, you know?
I
Watch
think
it back, Ira, and you see that
You watch
were,
it back, Art.
You went wrong on a couple
Helen,
of things.
mirroring back to me what I've asked you to do is.
I will
Wow.
look into it. I will look into it and see what it is about. You know, I will do that for you. I don't have a problem.
No,
with
don't
that.
do it for me. Do it for you.
It's throbbing. It's very similar to
so that you can know what you're talking about when you open your mouth.
But comparing it to a baby that sneaks out of the house is ridiculous.
Well, I think what you're saying is ridiculous. That's kind of part of the point.
The tarantula hawk was already done.
Yeah, but your comparison was even more ridiculous.
For something having happened to them. So basically what you're saying is people are just supposed to live their lives in fear and not take risks, because if they take a risk and something happens to them, it's their fault.
That's completely not what I'm saying.
Ugh, it is what you said.
No,
like,
people can do whatever they like, but they have to... If there are consequences to your actions.
Okay, and what I'm saying is the natural consequences to the actions is bad enough without people like you shit-talking them after they've been injured or dead. That's what I'm saying. That's what victim blaming is, and it's not necessary.
Well,
it's my opinion and my idea.
But I feel composed.
Just say there are consequences for actions, but it doesn't mean I think it doesn't mean it's a judgment on the person, but it's just.
I think it goes without.
Yeah, I think it is. I think he's saying there's less empathy for those people because they took risks.
I mean, anything is a consequence because of cause and effect. Maybe on the basis of just that, which is neutral, I think that's where it is. But as far as
the consequence was he died. That's bad enough. He got his consequence. He died. So his family or his friends shouldn't have to continue to suffer by people like you victim blaming and bad mouthing people like him.
As we return this legendary creature back to its colony, the insect was immediately greeted by the other ants.
I only was
we wouldn't have a lot of the machines and a lot of the medicinal progress and a lot of the things we have now were it not for people like Marie Curie and the guy who invented the X-ray machine and like all these other people who exposed themselves to toxins and ultimately died because of those risks. But look at what they have added to humanity and the world.
All come to know as the insect sting pain index. I am proud to say.
Yeah, but they still take the chance.
When it comes to the most painful sting in the insect.
What's your point, though? Like, is your point that it's their fault that they took that chance? I don't get what you're trying to get across here.
They're responsible for their own actions. If you take a certain risk more than others, there are consequences to that.
And the natural consequence of dying or getting injured is bad enough. In my opinion, that's the consequence. It doesn't involve you making comments or having opinions about it. They got their natural consequence. They got hurt or they got injured or sick or whatever. Leave it be.
Legends are born from the.
How did this topic start? Because of what we're watching, the dude is letting himself get stung by
a bullet ant.
A bullet ant. And then we started talking about Steve Irwin, and Art mentioned something about how it was like his own fault that he got stabbed in the heart by a stingray barb. That's how this topic got started.
Was intense. Make sure to check out the aftermath and the steps I took to immediately reduce pain. And don't forget, subscribe.
Now I will say this.
On this season of Breaking Trail.
There was this guy, I forgot what state it was in. This was some years ago. He wanted to get a selfie with a rattlesnake. He got bit. Mm-hmm. He had to go to the ER and get anti-venom. He ended up emptying all of their anti-venom reserves.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found out the bill was outrageously expensive. And then there was a discussion on the news about the cost of one vial of anti-venom. And that's when I thought, are you serious? Now, that doesn't mean... Now, was this guy's fault for being stupid?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that was his stupidity. But seeing the bill, I'm thinking, what if this happened to just anybody? And they weren't even being stupid? And you get this insane bill, and I was like, there's no way it is that expensive to get anti-venom.
Yeah, at that point, I think it needs to be taken to the courts. It needs to be like a civil court thing. The dude who there's proof, there's like video or photo evidence of him going and seeking out this thing and doing this thing. It's like, okay, you needlessly took this risk for nothing other than, social media fame or clout or whatever you want to call it. that's, that kind of irresponsible action led to
And he
all
was
these thousands of dollars.
he was elderly too. That's what shocked me.
That's kind of not the hospital or the state's problem that he's elderly. He chose to do something, unless he's got some type of dementia or something that preclude that, like, it's found that he was not able to make decisions. Like, if it's found that he's of sound mind, then it's like, no, you're
But
stupid.
I am in agreement that what he did was stupid.
Yeah. But
I think the principle lies in this could happen to anybody, even if they weren't acting like that. And therefore, what made the news was really the price of the per vial of antivenom. Yeah. And I think that is it's pathetic. And I was like, it can't be that hard to... And I was like, this is the thing about monopolization. People are saying, no, it is expensive. And I was like, I find that hard to believe, because there are snake handlers that do that all the time. So... Yeah,
but they get, how much venom they get out of a milking? And
I mean, I know that, but...
Venom, like, forever. It's very time consuming.
Well, I know, but then you start hiring more people to do that, because...
Is there really that big of a need for it, though? See, that's the thing, supply and demand, you know what I mean? Like,
well, at the same time, I mean, if you live in a rural area and there are venomous animals endemic to the area, you're going to need that.
It's more needed in rural hospitals like that. Yeah. But I think what Art was trying to say, and I still disagree with this point, but what he's trying to say is that people who do inherently riskier things, who are more prone to having something serious happen to them, such as seriously bodily injury or death, kind of have it coming. And
it is in the way you do it. This guy is getting like that frog that he was holding. If the frog would have bit him, then you could say, yeah, but he's taking a risk and he's showing a frog, and but there's a sliding scale, like looking at an animal, approaching it in an appropriate way, or showing off, making the animal, holding it too long, taking too much of a risk. There is a point that you're over a certain risk factor when you could have stopped and be more safe.
Well, he's also a zoologist, so...
Who are you to decide where that line is?
That's very hard to decide.
It was a freak accident, Art. It was a freak accident. It's not like he swam right up to the thing and was jabbing it with a taser.
No,
it was
but
a freak
that guy
accident.
that he died... was of course an accident, but he did many other things before that. That were, if he was like bit by an alligator, then it was more his fault.
Okay,
that's what I want to point out. These people take risks, and therefore they have to suffer the consequences.
Okay, thank you. Sure.
Yeah, but they're not needless. They're not needless risks. I think where it comes down to
I'm not saying that they're not
your
needless.
opinion of a needless risk and my opinion of a needless risk.
No, it's never needless. No, if somebody dies that takes a risk, it's never needless, because you can always learn not to make the same mistake.
But they don't get an opportunity to learn if they die.
No, but other people can learn. Other people can learn.
There was nothing to learn from it. It was a freak accident. There are still people who swim in the ocean, and the same thing could happen to them.
How it happened is very odd.
It was what's it called?
But I was not talking about the accident, but he was taking a risk.
It starts with an A. It was a...
He was taking a lot of risk. So if it wasn't that happened, it could have
arbitrary?
happened with something else.
Yes! No, not arbitrary. It was a aberration. It was a freak accident, an aberration. There was nothing to learn from it. Like, just call it what it is and leave it be. Like, you're pointing out all these things about how he was a risk taker. I mean, NASCAR drivers are risk takers.
Yeah. So if they
don't bring up
if they drive a NASCAR and they drive very fast, there is a risk he can die.
That's part of the job.
That's why they are paid that amount of salary. He was paid very good.
Steve Irwin was paid well for his work.
Why do certain people get extra money? Because there's a risk factor. Why are they insured higher? Because there's a risk.
Oh, I think I have an idea of
and
this.
And that's why their partner will get the amount of money for the rest of their life because they insured in a certain way because they know there's a risk they're gonna die.
And people that work in high risk jobs, such as working at a nuclear power plant, that they have to have benefits for their families and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the risk of that.
Yeah.
That is kind of applied the same way.
Where Art was saying is like it's like mitigated risk or whatever, and he's saying like there's different levels. But who's to say where that level is? That's what I'm saying. Like you're considering yourself the arbiter of all that is risky.
I also know. I said that is pretty fake. That level. I already replied to that answer, Ira. Pay attention.
It's pretty fake? What does
vague.
That mean?
I think he said vague.
Oh,
it's fake where that line is, but you can still learn
so
to
you're
make
saying
that line.
It's a vague line, but you're still
the fake
speaking
line. You
about
can
it
narrow
as
that fake line.
You need to take responsibility as if it was 100. I don't know.
Honestly, I think we could never come to an agreement, and I think that's what civil courts and God are for, and I'm not God, so I'm not going to make a judgment.
Yeah, I said we are just going to have to agree to disagree on this point because I don't see it the same way. I think risk takers are necessary to the world, and I would not dream of dirtying someone's name after they died because they took a risk doing something.
Yeah, but comparing that to a baby sneaking out of the house was a little bit.
I would say using a teenager who snuck out of the house.
A little bit what?
Well,
but that was.
I was making a comparison of someone putting themselves in a risky situation.
No, a baby sneaking out of the house and being.
I didn't say a baby. I didn't say a baby.
Child.
I didn't say small child either.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
And getting into a house, sneak out of the house, and getting to another house and being molested. Right? Really, Ira?
I think child.
That's not a good comparison.
Okay.
I think it's a perfect comparison.
I'm coming with my own conclusion to this because I am sick of the freaking BS going on right now. And I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind if I don't freaking lose it.
Okay, moving on. We disagree. Okay, let's put this behind us.
Yeah, and I seriously see you in a new light now, Art. Wow. The lack of empathy. Oof.
Well, that's part of people treating me like shit.
Oh.
For most part of my life. Not you, not Ira, not Morgan, but other people that's treated me like shit for many, many, many years. Then you start to lose empathy. You say, you know what?
Yes.
Fuck it. That's why I don't want to have a girlfriend or be in a relationship anymore. Because I have dealt with people that hurt me no matter what. Because they are broken by society.
Well, I am that way at
times.
Out
on other people.
But it's only to a certain degree with certain people. Only if I'm I'm trying my best to empathize with certain people. But when it comes to people like Dingus, who is just an all-out, my patience was just spent, and it's I'm not getting there. That's where I kind of am passive-aggressive in my own life, but it takes a lot more to do something. So, I mean, I think I can understand where you're coming from, but I would think it would be okay to say it's somebody's fault if this person was either not very liked or was a horrible person. Then I think it's okay because it's more of karma.
Yeah.
Okay. We all in agreement or something.
Well,
I have never been this beyond rage with crap, so just to let you know.
Don't get pissed over.
I don't.
Ira and I have just a disagreement. That she's find it surprising that I have that mindset. Well, that's a disagreement. We agree on other things. We do agree. And some we don't. Well, that's life.
I didn't say I hate him or that I didn't want to talk to him anymore.
We had a heated discussion. I still like Ira.
It was a freaking
and Ira, look at this. Ira puts me to the test. And that's actually good because she's
challenge each other.
We
didn't call each other names.
Well, she didn't call me names. She was putting over a point. and maybe some comparisons were a little bit over the top, but it's still comparison. It
Your
was a
opinion.
heated argument. I still like Ira. She doesn't have a problem with me. Only we disagree on this point. We're not gonna like. We are
I still like Art.
we are too mature and okay with each other that we're gonna continue this like 4 months later. You know what you said 4 years ago? We're not gonna do that. Don't trust me. Ira is not like
I was
that.
gonna say, if
I'm
that's
not
somehow
like
wound up
that.
happening, I'm not afraid to jump out that window.
No, Ira, me and Ira are fine, no problem. Only we disagree, and Ira.
I don't have a problem with Art as a person.
No, of course not.
We were just one of my best friends.
Yeah, I got in a heated discussion
Okay,
with
fine.
him
You
and
know
Dustin.
what? I'm
He
trying
believes
not to get.
Or maybe it
all
was somebody
stray
else.
cats- He believes
I'm
that all
trying
stray
not to
cats
get
should be
goddamn
killed.
PTSD from certain events that freaking happened.
No,
So,
Ira and me are fine, Morgan. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
worry.
one of my best friends, Grayson, he believes that all stray cats should be killed.
Oh, that's
And I'm just
different.
like,
Yeah.
obviously he and I disagree on that one hotly.
Yeah.
But we're still friends.
But that's an easier thing to disagree on than this.
Oh, you bet. I gotta go freaking dunk my head in the shower. I'm too damn heated.
No,
Sorry,
Ira and me are fine. We have disagreed on other things. We had an more heated argument over another thing a while ago, and after that we were fine.
We're both very passionate.
Yeah, we
With
are.
our opinions. Yeah.
Yeah, and we are a little bit stubborn, both of us. So yeah, that's okay.
It's not though. It's not about like any racist issues or anything like that. So it's
No.
like it's things that I
No.
can.
And you
get
can
over.
tell Ira didn't call me names. I didn't call her names. No problem.
Yeah.
And actually, I like that. I feel alive when Ira does this to me. I feel I'm pretty dead and level because I need. I trust me. I need a lot of things pushed, and maybe that's why I do it, Ira. Maybe that's why I'm so fucked up. Maybe that's why.
For the excitement.
No, but it's hard to make me cry. It's hard to get me angry, but Ira will actually get the passion out of me, so I feel alive a little bit more. So that's actually a good thing, because otherwise I feel like stagnant, like dead water. And Ira is the only one that can actually do this a little bit. Artists, wake up! Hello.
Yeah, but we kind of made Morgan upset, and I feel.
Yeah,
bad
that
about
was not our intention, Morgan.
I'm sorry,
Not at
Morgan.
all. At least you had an
I'm sorry.
exciting hangout. We still love you, Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't our intention to do.
But we are sometimes passionate, and yeah, that's what it is. We still have a beer afterward.
He's in shock right now. It's okay, might need a little bit of time to. I think this is important to see, though, too. Important to see two people having a disagreement and still being able to move on.
Yeah, it's still like I say, hey, Ira, you have a nice whatever that she shows after a while, And we already had an heated argument like this before.
We said what we wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also good if you hold it in the whole time. That's unhealthy. Trust me. If you hold it in all the time, that's really fucking unhealthy.
And then you get a turtle head poking out, and that's no good.
Yeah. Or you get like you can actually seen people that hold it in too much get ill from it. Because they don't express themselves enough. And also Morgan could express him finally. Hey, Morgan, shout. You fucking assholes, shut it off.
Yeah, you can shout at us.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You assholes are ruining my stream.
Yeah, you're making the frogs gay or something. I don't know.
For the record. I'm glad that was like the tamest part of it. Usually I would freaking be going off on people and breaking shit by this point.
You don't want to yell at us even a little?
I mean, hell, Nate's seen me completely pissed. It ain't
call us jerks.
good.
Come on, Morgan.
You can call me an asshole. I don't mind.
Yeah, we deserve it.
Sometimes.
No, let's just say with me, it takes way too damn much to get me set off.
Yeah, this for me was like.
I mean, hell, I told you guys about the time I wanted to freaking sucker punch someone. So
I think for Ira was also this was like shifting it in second gear.
Didn't care if my hand was gonna get shattered or whatever.
Don't you think this was like shifting it in second gear? And when Ira and me have a third gear and a fourth gear and a fifth gear, and don't want to see us as fifth gear because then everybody will be.
And I wasn't kidding.
It's intense. But kidding about what?
Going into the damn shower and freaking drenching myself.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh, you got the moist look. Finally, you got the moist look. I was so waiting that for her. Yeah.
No, there are times I get so hot at points I literally am going into my damn shower and freaking freezing myself just to,
cool off.
I'm sorry that we upset you.
For the record, I've done worse. I've said worse. Hell, I freaking played a damn song on here about a guy literally getting sucked off by a goat. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Yeah. Well, I don't
hope
have
that
any
takes
life
away, like, a
anymore.
little of the.
Ryan Steele's open mic.
Morgan, so you now know if I do this another time, don't be alarmed. It's okay.
We shouldn't. The
thing is, I'm trying to avoid PTSD from my damn ex and other shit. So
it will eventually happen another time. I know.
But this, like when we have arguments, it's not like a drag out, end all, be all, fuck you, bitch, and that kind of thing. No. Like we're arguing points that we believe in.
I'm not gonna lie. At points too, I also flat out have my iPad next to me with my earbuds in, and I'm literally listening to other crap because I don't care about the
And I actually feel more alive when I do this. Otherwise, I'm like,
I know you do.
Otherwise, you know.
But you're looking at someone who hasn't voted 2 years in a row and literally doesn't care about politics whatsoever.
Nah, politics is.
I don't think that was about politics. No. That was just, I guess.
No, I'm saying my freaking thing. Stances. I don't even get in debates on here unless it's freaking anime chicks or whatever.
Politics to me is a lost cause because, you know, I always say right wing.
They're all bad choices.
Well, yeah, indeed. Right, yeah, exactly. That's actually what I want to point out. Right wing or left wing, it's still the same bird.
Bad choices.
It's still the same bird. A bird has a right wing and a. That's why they call it right wing and left wing.
I'm still lightheaded.
Hey Morgan, that's why they call it right and left wing. It's the same bird, only another wing. It's the same bird.
I still
you're voting for the same thing.
Do you get lightheaded and like have reactions like that when people argue?
Oh, let me just say it was even worse when I started on here. Couldn't get most of my audio crap to work, nearly destroyed this whole room. Yeah.
Dang, you're really sensitive. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's not sensitive. It's no joke. I have a seriously bad boiling rage. Oh, great. I got 15th guys for this crap. What the hell, ass evils.
I'm sensitive too. Like when my parents start arguing, I have to leave the room because my stomach will start turning.
Yeah. Well,
no, I don't care about arguments or whatever. I mean, hell, I drown out everything with freaking music, for God's sake.
The problem in me is probably that my senses are completely destroyed by people in my past. Let's say that. So to actually feel alive isn't having an argument with Ira. That's a way to feel a little bit alive. And not feeling, because I have a mild depression always, a little bit. And that was caused by people that destroyed my sensitivity. It's gone. It's been destroyed. It's been broken. So to feel a little bit alive, I may sometimes search a little bit for an argument. But that's,
So it sounds like maybe, like you've numbed yourself and dissociated a little bit.
Yeah, I never told the whole story, but I've been,
No,
I'm sure there's a lot to tell.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell now. Let's not hang out for that.
Well,
I don't want to depress the shit out of people.
No. I'm just saying, like,
Okay,
I'm
that's
sure
shit,
you
yeah.
got a story. You know, I respect that.
It's
Everyone
obvious. Yeah.
Everyone has
You know
something
what?
happen to them.
Screw it. I'm playing this damn song in here anyway. I don't care.
Play it.
Yeah, play it. Play that song.
Look at the guy's facial expression in the front guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I played this on here, by the way, on bass.
No, actually, that's the face that I make when I'm on the toilet.
Oh my god, how did I know you were gonna say You're an asshole, Art.
I know, sorry.
Welcome to YouNow, and this is probably your worst introduction.
Oh my gosh, Joseph Tweed just became your fan. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what? Ew.
That's go.
Oh my god, Frog is singing.
This song goes through my head way too much. That says it made me feel better a little. You didn't hear me earlier.
What?
Louder.
Oh, and I played this on Ryan Steele's open mic, literally just to screw with him.
Oh my god, that's so gross.
Oh.
So graphic. Yeah.
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 Yeah, you know.
And now back to Heather with Farm Animal.
No, I was gonna say, who wants to hear a band Blink 182 song?
Oh no. No. I know where you're going.
And it would be now nice, like, and now next segment. Heather with Farm Animal.
Never thought I'd die alone.
Heather, I would have said you could take your headphones out for this.
Okay.
Okay, we're only playing the first, like, few seconds, so yeah.
That's not too bad.
I wanna fuck a dog in the ass. He wants to fuck a dog in the ass. I wanna fuck a dog. That's right.
Well, it says parental advisory explicit content.
Yeah, screw it.
Tried to fuck your mom.
Alex got me into this, by the way, so blame him.
Yeah, I was gonna blame him.
Could only find the dog and his ass. We wanna fuck a dog in the ass. We
All of
wanna
them.
fuck a dog in the ass. We wanna fuck a dog.
Only one? More.
I tried to fuck a fucking pirate in
Yeah,
the
this is
ass.
not my biggest achievement.
Not even.
Playing this song.
Yeah, you did verse.
Ah, that was no pirate, man. That was thy own sister.
still.
Wanna fuck a dog in the ass. We wanna fuck a dog in the ass. Wanna fuck a fucking dog.
All right, fine. We're getting something wholesome, Ben. I don't freaking know.
Yeah. Do we have any watchers?
Kids,
still?
we advise you not to do that.
Hey, do we have any watchers left? Or no?
We're the only ones in here. I'm like, yeah, screw it.
That Joseph Lee person left after we said hi.
Yeah. You made the last guy that was watching leave, Morgan.
Oh, someone came back. It
Oh,
says 5
wow.
again.
Encore.
But yeah, let's just say the days when Alex and I hung out way more, he got me into that, and I was like, one day I'm gonna play this on a stream.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're
who got
safe,
you into
Heather. You finished the song.
The guy who's Tropical Flipper.
Tropical Flipper?
Yeah, his name's Alex.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah, his old account got to level 99, actually.
Is that Alex Olds? That collector
Yep.
guy?
One and only.
Oh, the guy that looks a little bit like Freddie Mercury. That guy. Okay.
Yup. But he's been on and off this app since he lost that account.
He's
and-
funny.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Why did he lose a 99 level account?
His email expired or something.
What? How does email expire?
I don't
know.
freaking know. That's what he told me.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
But
what happened?
this is like the days
he
I
stopped paying like SBC
I don't
Global
freaking
or whatever.
remember
Like,
how the hell
uh,
that happened. All I know is that like it didn't work anymore, and then he lost that account.
Yeah, that
that's,
was shit. Yeah.
that's got
So
to stay.
basically, he restarted, and now he's
Oh.
back at like level 67.
Well, Ira knows that the guy that does the Cookie Monster, eh? Was on my stream. He was also pretty high up, and he also lost his account for supposedly
Still look like Bob.
nudity, but he didn't play anything nudity. What is nude about Cookie Monster? So this is considered nudity to you now?
faces.
Or no?
No, it
No,
can't have been that.
no, it was really strange. I think they fucked up or something with him. And YouNow has fucked up, like giving somebody a certain kind of strike and later on saying, oh shit, there was a glitch.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, like I can understand they want to be
Yep.
they want to be safe rather than sorry, but
Yeah,
like once you
course.
email them and they start looking into it,
Yeah.
like you expect them to be reasonable about it rather than come back with, we looked into it and it appears that the reports were accurate, blah blah blah, and you're like, do you have eyes?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I talking
Yes.
to a human right now? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do some pretty wacko out there things.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you have that on many platforms. I also had like that with YouTube. I had like an old kind of classical music behind a certain video, and I took it from an part that didn't have copyright anymore.
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, it's a New York Symphony Orchestra, so it's copyright. I said, no, that sounds different.
I already
And
know
they- and-
Stress
but they
damn
still-
limit
but they
by
already
playing
took-
this, so yeah.
But they already took my video down. And I say, okay, now that video, when they finally put it back up, it was already outdated because the topic was already gone. So yeah, thank you for for fucking up a video for me, by giving a not legit copyright strike. And it was with YouTube. But YouTube also fucks up a lot. A lot.
Yep, so does TikTok.
Yeah.
Because people weaponize mass reporting and the algorithm hasn't caught up yet to that yet.
I gave up
Indeed.
on trying to do TikTok entirely.
Indeed.
TikTok takes a lot of work. You have to do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the hell with that.
Exactly.
I'm on here every day, but that's literally all I'm doing.
It's different. All you have to do is press the live button, and it doesn't matter if you're not doing nothing. We still want to come in here and hang out with you.
Well,
Right,
at least
guys?
this show has a purpose, unlike...
Come on, guys, give me some backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
like you mean it. Oh my god.
It's
Totally
harder.
leaving me hanging.
Hell, I've made
You're
this
leaving
damn
me
show.
hanging, sister.
I made this damn show at least have a damn purpose, unlike
Heather,
everyone else. on
Heather,
it.
are you even listening, Heather?
Heather's zoning out.
Seriously though,
Yes.
did you, Heather? Are you there? Hello.
Heather, you want a cookie?
She's on another tab. Give her a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
She's zoned out.
No, she'll be back. Just give her like a few minutes, and then
Okay.
I've learned this.
Now she's looking at something in another screen, probably.
Yes, Scrippy is at least trying to keep it going, at least somewhere with not having dead air, but you know. Anime I'm into.
So fast.
Oh, this is the end of an anime, actually.
I think it's the air, its own fault that it's dead.
Oh my God! Now you're just gaslighting me. Fuck you.
I had to make that joke, sorry.
It's okay.
My filter,
I'll allow it.
My filter is broken tonight.
I didn't catch. Put it in the chat. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know what the fuck they're singing.
It's all like Japanese, man.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Actually, believe it or not, Art, I know some meanings behind some songs in Japanese.
They could be singing about gay frogs.
Ah, frick, I'm trying to remember what the hell that song was from Love Live, but I remember.
Oh,
it was
or
like
maybe
meaning...
this is the Japanese version of Gas Station Angel. Who knows?
Hell no! Don't ruin this
You don't
song for
know.
me. I love it too much.
He's in a very trolly mood.
Yeah, I am. I blame the Coriolis effect.
I'm trying to remember the name of that damn song.
Picture the spinning of the earth.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my God. At least it's an intelligent gaslight.
Yeah, okay. At least, yeah.
So, Curry Beauty.
Science.
I'm trying to remember what the hell that damn song was.
What umbrella of science does that fall under? Would that be geology? Would that be
thank you for the tip.
astrophysics?
It's like a song from the Love Live soundtrack, and it sounded so damn good. I
Hey,
saved
girl.
it. Yes, I need the weeb out in times like this.
Remember those frogs we were looking at?
Let me down, you asshole.
Thanks for the knife.
No, she's laughing, and that means I'm dead. As in, like, I'm crying. It was so funny. Come on, you're a Gen Z. You should know this stuff.
It's Ira's tutorial about
Let me go, you asshole.
Now you
It's
sound
gonna
like my
drive
grandmother.
me insane to find this song. Ooh, what's this? I want to hear it. Okay, I dig this.
Yeah.
We're weeding
I have
it
not
out.
heard of this before. I like this.
It's weed-tacular.
You better not. Better not. Fucking down.
I think Japanese is much more suited to pop music.
Actually, I didn't know that Heather could sleep with her eyes open. How does he do it?
I'm just closing my eyes really tight. But yeah, like Latin is much more suited to, or Italian rather. Italian is much more suited to, like,
I screwed up the
classical.
hashtag, but you get the point.
Hashtag weeaboo. Oh, I misspelled it. Sorry. Put weeaboo.
Shocking that I remember to spell it.
Trust me, I spell things way worse.
Alternatively, it could also be this. That's usually your third letter.
Yeah.
Weed. Weed.
Yeah, this song's going on my list.
Yeah, I think the sound of the Japanese language, like the way that it kind of cut off and the way that it hits.
I think Brayden
with pop music than English.
I think Brayden misspelled the word moist.
Hi, Brayden.
He said moist.
Thank you for becoming a fan of.
Well, actually, I'm uploading my Art
of me and Heather.
Don't send me
and the hair.
Moist.
So it's way better now. Just got process the file and then.
Like English is so. It doesn't have a rhythm to it.
English boring as hell. Japanese better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah. I'm just. Whenever I hear a song that was originally sung in a different language and then they sing the English version or whatever, I'm like, why does it sound so much worse in English? It does.
No joke, I actually know more of the drums I do from watching Japanese drummers.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I meant literally the speed that some of them do is insane.
Yeah, you showed that a while ago. I was surprised by the speed.
There's this guy I follow on TikTok who's a drummer, and he talks about each video. He'll talk about one drummer in particular.
I guess so. What's his name? I might know him.
Well, this is his like what he does. He goes, so Travis Barker, or so you could have done to this song. You could have done this, but what Travis Barker did is much cooler.
Okay, I gotta show you all this because
what you could have done for this song is this, but what Travis Barker did was much cooler. Like he'll do like 3 of the songs.
Oh, and guess who did the kick-ass audio remaster to this? Yours truly.
What this drummer did was cooler. That's like what he always.
Why, yes.
Well, that's cool that he educates people like to show how it could be done.
Like just to show you how, because a lot of people look down on drummers and like, you know, all you do is keep the beat, and it's like, nah, dude. And let me explain to you why Dave Grohl is such a genius. But for this song, he could have done this drumming pattern. It would have worked fine, but instead he did this, which is way cooler.
Yeah.
Gave it more depth and dynamics and whatever.
I'm still afraid of playing in front of professional drummers.
This is what.
Because literally they have more years of music theory and experience. I'm just a doofus that plays anime songs out of his bedroom. Yeah, no.
I might have a hard time finding it, but.
And sweet, my model is uploaded. And I gotta download the damn file to process it, but you know.
Let me go to the people that I'm following.
Where the hell is it? I want that song. Where the hell is it?
Ah.
Where is it? That song was so damn good.
You know, funny now. You have this. I think I recommended a bunch of Japanese crap. And my videos.
I think sometimes the recommendation list in YouTube is pretty broke. Sometimes there are things in there that I think, what the fuck?
This one.
Oh, and there's Blue.
So.
Yes, here it is.
Heather,
I found him.
Heather.
Oh.
Heather.
Oh, Heather.
Listen.
Here, I'm gonna put his name in the chat, okay?
I'm trying to find that song.